Hey, what's going on? Hope all is blessed. So today I'm going to be training shoulders. I just fancied training shoulders today because, I don't know, just had a feeling to do it. So I'm going to be cycling to the gym. I think the weather today is pretty hot. It's probably about late 20s, could be about 28 degrees, 26. I haven't quite checked. But before I go, um, I've already had a pre-workout. And in that pre-workout, I had some hydrogen water. This helps with reducing oxidative stress in the body and is really good during training when you get lactic acid and you want to keep going. The first time I used this, I found that my rest periods just reduced. I didn't need to rest for 2 minutes. Not that I do anyway, but it's like after 30 seconds, 45 seconds, bam, I was going back into the next set. So I normally have this with a pre-workout. For my intra workout, I'll be having Prime, one of my favorites, which I talk about on a regular basis. It has HMB, GAA, which works in conjunction with creatine to help to increase ATP, so more explosive energy. Basically, GAA makes creatine work 4 times better than creatine monohydrate by itself. It's got beta alanine in there, L-arginine, zinc for testosterone support, and many other ingredients in there, to be fair. Tesna, which I need to read more about, um, and boron. This here, it's really good for guys that are in their 30s and above, especially if you are trying to hold onto muscle or build muscle. It's really good as an anti-catabolic supplement as well as giving you explosive energy to push further through it. In my pre-workout, I actually added some, this right here. This is called methylene blue. This helps to increase ATP or mitochondrial boost. So mitochondria is what is responsible for explosive energy in the body. The more mitochondria you have, the stronger you are, basically. So these little things before my training session really does help, especially you have people that say, I can't train unless I eat some food. But I have certain supplements and I will train way harder than many people who's eaten a ton of food. This allows me to just use my inner strength and have something to feast on afterwards whilst the muscles are hungry and I can feed it. One thing I forgot to talk about is I'm going to take this right here, which is my supplement from UHP. This is called Thermogen X. It's actually a fat burner, but I'll be using it as a pre-workout because it has caffeine in there and it also has yohimbe bark in there, which is incredible for blood flow to the body. The first time I tried yohimbe, I was like, oh my gosh, the focus that I got, it was insane. And I found that I was just training harder and harder and harder. But there's like loads of other ingredients in there. It has raspberry ketones in there, which helps to utilize fat as energy. So I want to use as much fat as I can as energy, as opposed to trying to find it from an external force or needing my blood sugar levels to be high enough to give me energy. And this is one of the reasons why I'm able to remain lean, because of certain ingredients which utilizes fat as energy. I've also got L-carnitine in here. So another thing, utilizing fat as energy. If you have a lot of fat, that is stored energy. So one of the great benefits of having the right supplements is using the energy that you already have in your body as opposed to externally consuming to try and gain it. Anyway, we're going to go get this session. Let's go. All right, so I am here by the Lateral Raise machine. A lot of background music. Hopefully I don't get a copyright strike. But yeah, gonna do some lateral raises to start off with to help warm up the shoulders. That's gonna work the medial head of the shoulders. I probably won't go super heavy.
I've got 10 kilos on either side, and gonna rep it out just to warm up, and then afterwards I'll probably do some seated shoulder press on the machine. That way I'm gonna work my way up, try and get as heavy as possible. All right, let's do this. So now I am on a seated shoulder press, or what it's called isolateral shoulder press. So this is plate loaded. The good thing about plate loaded presses is that it's like an isolation, so it's just like targets one particular muscle group. And it's different to free weights because you're locked in position and you don't have to make your body steady, you just go straight for it. All right, so we're gonna start off on 40 kilos either side. If I was doing this with dumbbells, I'll probably do less reps and probably less weight. I could do 40 kilos, but on this here, I can actually go a lot heavier than free weights. So it's something to bear in mind whenever you're trying to put on size. Anyway, let's get it. Okay, so after doing that, just feeling it a little bit in the elbows. So now I'm going to put on some elbow sleeves. Especially as you start to get heavier, you want to make sure that you're protecting your elbows. So I've got some sleeves by SPD, which stands for squats, bench, and deadlift. You can get the straps, or you can get wraps or sleeves. Sleeves are very quick, on and off. All right, is this the right way? Yeah. Okay, I've also put on an extra plate, so I'm now on 60 kilos. So when you get heavy, you want to make sure, man, these joints are protected. All right, here we go. done some rear delts, and now I am gonna do some lateral raises with the cables. With lateral raises, works on the medial head of the shoulders, but at the same time it creates a tension on the shoulders, keeps a constant tension from the top all the way to the bottom. Another 5 to 8 reps, and then we're going to call it a day. All done. Session complete.